Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Kranzer, and today I'll be playing Tracer in a quick match on the Blackheart's Bay. And today I want to take a look at a more auto attack damage focused build, where we'll be building up our auto attack damage and then combining it with AoE on our W later on, because you can see like our wave clear on this team is not good. So we'll be using the wave clear talents at 13, I think, is what is bullet spray at 13, I believe. Combined with the talent at 16, that can't remember the name of it, but when you blow a full clip of ammo on a person, it does 35% of the ammo or the clip's total damage in like a burst in one last hit. All those things work together with the level 4 talent of unkillable or unattainable or whatever it's called. I don't remember all these talent names. I still have only got this hero to like level 5 or 6. I haven't played her much. I still don't like her that much. But I figured I would explore her talents. Now I have another build in mind that I'm going to be doing maybe next after this one, if I get a good recording on it, which will more focus on like running in, throwing in all your burst, recalling out. More like, you'd be more like a burst mage rather than an auto attacker. You can still do the auto attacks, mind you. It's not like she's super weak if you don't pick up these talents or auto attacks. Even with 30% increase to her auto attack damage, 30% on a smaller number like 35 or 50 is only gonna, be giving you like at let's say I had 30% at 50, right? That's only giving me an extra 15 damage per bullet, which 15 damage per bullet is a lot since she shoots so many bullets. But overall, it's not like a massive increase to what she's doing. So level 1, I picked up the, oh, what the hell is the talent called? Well, I'm totally brain farting here. Give me a second. But well, I'm gonna be going down, bottom lane to get this chest, because there's too much competition at the top, or the middle chest. What is it called? Pulse Strike. Pulse Strike, yeah. It increases the charge rate of our alt from W hits from 10% to 20% on heroes. So rather than charging 10% of my alt, it's now going to charge 20% when I hit somebody. I'm going to be combining this talent with the level 10 pickup that increases the charge rate by 150% on heroes. Which, if I do it right, that means I can go in, blow my alt, my cooldowns and all that on somebody, hit a melee directly after throwing the alt. So like what you want to do is you want to blink in, however many blinks you need to use, 2 or 3. You want to throw your alt on your target, immediately hit them with a melee, and then recall out within like the next second or two. Because 1, you'll be focus fired if you're that far overextended, unless you're jumping into the team fight late. And 2, your window for jumping out is only so big. And if you wait too long, you're going to be only jumping where you're standing, and then you'll be dead. Unless you dodge like some good skill shots or CC with the recall. And then you pick up the talent that I pick up at 4, which is the what is it called? Unattainable, unkillable, something like that, where it gives you the damage increase per kill, the percent attack damage increase. But at level 7, you can pick up the Spatial Echo talent, which gives you the 2 extra charges of blink. Now those 2 charges of blink can be utilized, giving you 5 charges of blink essentially. You can run in, blow 3, hit recall, now you got 2 more to get out of dodge. You can run in, blow 2, then you'll have 3 more. So as long as you blow 2 charges, you'll have 5 total. But you got to blow at least 2 before you hit the recall. Otherwise it's just going to cap you out at 3. Pretty sure that's how it works. Don't take my word for that. I'm just spinning off the top of my head. I'm not going to really test it out in the match. But yeah, you can see, like right now, the games are pretty even as far as XP. But my experience with the Vikings is eventually we're going to have people die. And the later the game goes, the more advantageous that is for them. The Vikings can continually push all lanes simultaneously while their friends roam around and do like a gank squad, like kill team. And eventually they'll catch somebody. And every time they catch somebody and we're not soaking in a lane, that's just going to be a little bit more XP for the enemy team. And eventually, they will out-level us. That's just the reality of the Vikings, is that they eventually out-level you in almost all situations. Now I got an alarm going off. Yeah, it's time for me to get ready for work. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this and get it all uploaded and things before I leave. But anyway, so I hit 7, which gave me the spatial echo talent. So now I can blink 2 more times. As long as I'm using it correctly. It's very handy to get in and out of a confrontation. I can see the appeal of the other ones, because you got one that, just knocked my headset off. There we go, just knocked my headset off. You got one talent that is going to give you the extra charges of blink. One extra charge of blink, 4 charges total. And then you got the other talent, which will give you the reduced cooldown of blink, 0.75 seconds per auto attack or something like that, which is extremely powerful on her, considering how fast her auto attacks actually go. So you're not actually doing too bad picking either of those. I just like having the 2 guaranteed extras. That's just my playstyle. Any of those mobility talents will work for you so long as you make them work. There is no definite pick there. That is one thing I will say. As much as like I have said in previous videos, I dislike Tracer. They are doing better and better at giving you more of an option, more picks to choose from in your talent trees. You know, you're not like think classic Illidan build, where it was practically he had one build. He had one talent choice at every tier, except for maybe his ult. Like, you could pick other talents, you could be more, but in that environment, if you didn't pick those, and you went in for any amount of time, like 4 seconds, 5 seconds, where you dove into the enemy team, the chances were that you were dead. Because they would see you, they would focus fire you, and that was it. So he had one build practically in a competitive manner, the cookie cutter one build. And nowadays, like the rework on him, it helped to alleviate that, and then they've been doing better with the new heroes as we've been going forward to not have just one build. Now I picked up the level 10 talent to increase my charge rate of my ult by 150% when attacking heroes, and increases the range. I'm going to call this more like the training wheels talent. But it's also viable. It's definitely viable because you can be throwing out ults all the time as you move further up the trees and get better with it. But I see a lot of people take the 10% damage, 10% max HP damage, I think, when you hit somebody with it, with your ult. Like, it also does 10% of their max HP or something like that. I see that picked up a lot too. And then you're dead. You see, my ult is down. I just used it at like what, 754? I think it's like 754. And now it's at half, 50%, 70, 80, 90. And it's back up at 809, you know, plus or minus a little bit. So I just used my ult 2 times within 15 seconds. I'm just doing like rough estimates there. But that's how powerful that combination is of the level 1 talent and the level 10 talent. You get the boost from your W, then you get the boost from your ult pick. So you land that W on somebody, you're getting, what would that be, like 35% charge or something like that, if they work together. I'm really bad at doing math in my head. Um, but yeah, those talents work together really well. And if you're in a prolonged combat situation like we just were, it will allow you to throw that ult out a lot. It may not hit as hard. Like, I find the 10% damage on an assassin not that necessary. It could get you kills on occasion. I really should have been heading down the bottom lane, but not really focusing too much since I'm talking. I'm kind of out of it a little bit. I worked a 16-hour shift today at work, and then came home and decided to play some games. I tried to get a Muradin recording in today. I wanted to show off the Muradin Siege build that I like playing, like, for fun, but I couldn't get a good game. I tried like 3 times, then I tried the tank build once, and I couldn't get a good decent composition game. And it's easier to show off the siege build than it is to show off the tank build, because, like, oh look, I'm taking, like, look how much damage I'm taking, how much I'm getting hit, how much I get my ass kicked. It's like, it's not as easy to show off as an offensive build. At least I'm not as good at it anyway. Other people may be better at it, such as your Lord and Savior Pally-Time, who everybody knows. 13 bullet spray. How you see that? I just killed that wave. Whereas it would have taken us like an extra 5 or 10 seconds to kill that wave without that ability. And the reason I picked up that is because of our lack of clear. So I'm gonna focus this guy. Try to get him, and there's his ult. We got his ult out. I just threw my ult out like 10 seconds ago, and it's almost fully charged again. So that's what I was saying about rapid firing that ult. You can really pressure with that. Now, normally at 13, I'd be picking up leeching rounds. If our team had sufficient amount of wave clear, I'd be picking up leeching rounds, because it's a self-heal. It allows you to duel better, because otherwise you don't really have any healing built into your kit. But since we have just, I mean, if you want to consider Tassadar to be kind of a wave clear, that's fine. He's not. See, I bursted her and made her, she's going to have to back out of the team fight now. Like, she's going to have to get healed by Uther, but that means all Uther's heals are on cooldown for 7 seconds or whatever. Unless he picked up the talents to give him, you know, benediction or whatever. There's so many options there. But the fact that she was immediately pushed out of the fight and then he blew his heals gave us that advantage to where we could do the turn-in, because his team couldn't follow up and help. Although we didn't kill him because we just don't have any damage on our team. Like, my damage has been good so far this game, but it's like we have a Morales, she doesn't do DPS. Tassadar, he doesn't do DPS. He can do damage, yes. He can hit people over time, but he's not got DPS. Even if you spec him for, and we'll say in quotations, DPS, he's not gonna be really in a higher level of play killing anybody. I'm not sure what he was doing, why he didn't just run. Now our team just got kind of wiped out. We lost our supports, and I believe, yeah, we lost Tyrael as well. And this is one of those things, like, even though we had all those kills leading up to this point, where we, like, you look at the enemy team, they have 5 kills, we have 6, so we actually have a kill lead. Because of the fact that the Vikings are constantly pushing all the lanes, getting the XP that we're missing, and combined with the fact that they can also, since the Vikings can soak all the lanes, their team can do all the camps simultaneously. We just fallen behind. That's just a matter of fact of what's going to happen. So at 16, I pick up the I can't remember what the name of the talent is, honestly. Yeah, what is that talent called? Anyway, so I pick up the talent that gives me 35% damage of the total magazine on a target if I blow the full magazine on the target. So, be really good for focus firing, like the DPSer. Get that extra boosted damage, like 35% of a full magazine on a Max stacked up unkillable or whatever the talent is at level 4. We'll be shooting like an extra 200 damage. I'm gonna, this Uther, man. Gotcha though, buddy. I'm gonna kill these Vikings. There's Lunara. Let's harass her. Come here. Alright, so she almost killed me, but the recall removes status effects, so her poisons get removed. So that's why I did that. Now we got the Vikings up again. They picked up that talent that lets them revive as long as one of them's alive, so his ult's down. But it's just, this goes to show how annoying that fucking hero is too. Like, if you can't kill all of them, then you just wasted your time. And in a situation like we're in currently, it's all just exacerbated because we don't have a lot of DPS to kill them all. It makes it very challenging to kill the Vikings, like completely wipe them out. You would think we'd almost be better off ignoring them, but it's also really hard to ignore the Vikings because they do good damage too. And they're such tempting targets because they're so low HP. I'm not walking there. Yeah, she saw me. I definitely don't want to get dropped by a Li Ming. I got my maximum stacks of my level 4 talent, and I need to keep those as long as I can. I mean, it's just a matter of time that I'll die eventually. I'll make a mistake. Because I'm having to play really hyper aggressive in these team fights, like diving really hard into their back line to try to burst and get one of their DPSers out immediately, which of course is putting me kind of out too, because then I don't have my recalls, I don't have my safety feature, I don't have my net that has saved my ass. So you got pros and cons there. We're still a level behind. Well, almost a full level behind. We're not a full level, but it might as well be. And it's really hard to overcome that level gap against the Vikings. It's just really hard. They're not an easy, like, unless we had somebody hunting them specifically, Zeratul or something like that, constantly killing them, constantly putting them off their game, which we don't have, because if I did that, then we would be losing everywhere else. Then they're just really hard to deal with most of the time. If you have a high burst team, like let's say we dropped out Tassadar and instead put a Zeratul or a Nova or a Li Ming, and although Zul does good damage, he's not a high burst. He can burst a little. I mean, I'm not saying he sucks at bursting. Oh, that was good. Good dodge on my ability. I hate the Vikings. I'll still kill you. See that little light that came down on him? That was the Vikings, the other Vikings summoning him to their location. So he's probably now alive in a different lane. We must regroup. We gotta get the turn-ins though. We gotta catch up. So they just hit 20. Well, not just. They hit 20 a little bit ago, and we're still a full level away from 19. So we're still behind a lot. It's really hard to overcome that. If we get like a full wipe on their team at this point in the game, I don't even think we can end. We just have not. If they had a keep down, and they got the boss. I'm gonna try to get this camp down here. If they had at least a keep down, and we were pushing, you know, into that. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. Yeah, this is not. I'm not gonna be able to do this. Well, I learned something. Don't do Cam Sys Racer. Oh man, that sucks. They're probably gonna come down and get that now, because it's the only thing left on the map to get. So I can almost guarantee that they're coming down there. They're gonna get a turn in, and then they're also gonna get that camp that I did half of for them. Yeah. But like I said, I'm also not very good at Tracer. I've only played her a couple times. I've already mentioned that several times. So I don't know her limits. I don't know what she can and can't do. Eventually though, I'll have it. I'll have it down. And I'm not doing too bad in this game so far.
Your enemies destroyed a key.
I can guarantee my damage is pretty good overall, both on Hero and Siege. Because if I wasn't doing good, then the game would probably already be over, with just like the total lack of damage that we have. So at 20, I picked up the total recall, which what that does is when you use your recall, all the damage that you took during the period of time that you were recalling, the 3 or 4 seconds, is the damage is removed, like you're healed. So it makes it really good to help. And she's dead. Good job. It helps remove the reliance on your support so much. I bet he hits me with stun as soon as his ult's down. It's not gonna get you away though. You can't outrun me. So you're dead. See, now if I can get in situations like that. Now is he gonna revive here? No. Okay. So normally at 20, Uthers will pick up the redemption talent or whatever it's called that lets him resurrect. He might have already died earlier, and you know he did have it. It just didn't have it off cooldown. But that's why I was chasing him in case he revived. Now we just killed all the Vikings, so they can't revive. So what we should be immediately doing is pushing. And I just healed for all that damage that I had taken, which makes it easier on the medic, like I said. But even still, we killed all those people. Our core is being attacked. So now Zul's going to go back, he says. He's going to go back and defend. So now half of our offensive pushing is now gone. Which I see, like I said, we pretty much wiped their team. If we had a more balanced team composition, that keep would have definitely been dead. Definitely been dead. And we probably, I don't think we would have put a lot of pressure on the core because the window that we're looking at there, but we definitely would have made more progress than we did having, you know, 2 supports. That's just a fact. So let's try to get at least a little bit of camp. Like that's another thing is that Zul's not that great at doing camps. He can, but he relies on his skeletons to tank or minions to tank for him, like when he's clearing lanes. So he's not the best camper or merc camper. And Tracer obviously is bad at it, from what I just experienced earlier. So that's been giving their team free reign because the Vikings. You can take Balog, the number 2 Viking with the sword. You spec them right. He can solo camps, and then you can use the other 2 to solo or to duo a completely separate camp. So the Vikings can realistically do 2 camps simultaneously. I'm in a bad position for this ult though. I mean, I don't want to waste it, but I also don't want to be charging in like into their faces. I missed my ult. Can we get a kill on this guy? Nope, saved at the last second because of our lack of burst. We'll get her though. Just more burst. If we had more burst, it would be a completely different scenario here. But with 2 keeps down, they've got enough for a turn in. They do a turn in. That's going to put them in range to win. Should not have done that. We saw them down there. Should not have engaged that camp. And I just... Yeah, that was stupid. I'm pissed now. That was completely my stupidity. Damn it! So I knew that Uther had his stun up, obviously, because he hasn't been in combat. Yet I engaged into Uther, and he stunned me, and I died. And now I'm pretty sure that was just... I think I just lost the game. If you look at my hero damage, I'm not doing bad. I'm at 90,000 hero damage. in a 23-minute game. I mean, it's not the best. Like I said, that you could be doing better, but being inexperienced on the hero and being able to do that much, not very common. Which I think, like I said, just lends itself to how I say easy Tracer is. And then he just got shot out. I'll come in and try to do something. I'm going to be going reckless on him. Killed one Viking. But if I don't kill all three, then it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go after her a little bit. Push her out. And then I'm going to get out. Heal a little bit. Now what I should have done was gone back. I should have gone back. But I just... I mean, it's kind of inevitable at this point. And we did kill Uther. So... That will at least make them a little cautious. They won't want to go too heavy because they don't have any heals. So I might have just saved us from losing. And we do have the core repair thing. So, and I just broke 100,000 damage, hero damage this game, with almost 100,000 siege damage, which she's not really known for. But with this build, you can do. So if we can prevent them from doing turn-ins back to back and pushing simultaneously, we could actually repair the core, and with Tacitus shielding, prevent it from taking too much damage and slowly turtle our way through the game. But just based off of how things have been going so far, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get they're going to get one turn in and then just dive us, because that's what I would do when they only need to do like I think from full HP, or from a full bombardment on just the core, it's going to do like 80-90%. That's probably game right there. I'm going to clear this lane up here, but I don't think it's even going to matter if I went back. That's too much damage. Yeah, that's game. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Well, not just here, but I hope you enjoyed watching my Tracer build. I had fun playing it. I hope you enjoyed. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe for more. I did 100,000 damage in this game. Hopefully I'll get better games later on. But anyway, I had fun. I hope to catch you next time. Bye-bye.